Alright, what we've got here is a 2015 YZ250FX with a Cook starter motor. It still turns over, but not very well. Battery is good, I've replaced it. So all we need to do is take that Allen key bolt out and that bolt there. So I think it's well, two tools. So what I'm doing, I'm going to replace the brushes in it. I've had it out last weekend. I know the brushes were no good. These are the tools we require. So what's this? I think it's a 5mm Allen key bolt. Is it 8 or 9mm? 8mm socket, soldering iron with a good tip on it, and a set of brushes from Yamaha. So, yeah, set of brushes, and also basically, so a full starter motor is $360. The brush set is $22.60. So it's worth the try, you know, to see if it's just the brushes, which it does look alright when I pulled it apart, but we'll have a crack and see how it goes. Alright, once you get the starter motor out, it's pretty easy. Basically, obviously you're going to clean it up, get all the stuff off it. You'll also need a 3mm Allen key to get these Allen key bolts out here, and a Phillips head screwdriver also. I think I mentioned that before, inside. But before you pull this apart, mark the front and the back. So you'll need a texter and do a mark here for the back and 2 marks for the front. Just so when you put it back together, you go in the correct, everything goes in the correct way. So now basically I'm just going to undo this Allen key bolt here and the one on the other side, that one, and we should be right to dismantle it. See how we go. Alright, so I've loosened off those bolts, Allen key bolts, take them out. Alright, so I'll take the front half off first, and there should be a little, see how it looks. I've already cleaned this out, so it shouldn't be too bad inside. So that's the windshield, and then there's this little bit here. Make sure this goes in the correct way around. As you can see, this little bit, only one way it can go. Put it in its top. There's a little flat washer there too. Make sure it all stays together. So just make sure it all fits in the way it's supposed to. It only goes one way, otherwise you won't get it back together. That's the way it goes. So just keep it all together. Now you can take this out. It comes out all together. Now you might want to clean this up. I used a bit of steel wool, but it all looked pretty good. I blew it out. You can use Electro-Clean or something like that, some sort of cleaning fluid. Just watch the bearings, don't dry, you know, you don't want to dry them out. But that's the stator and the commutator. Just make sure there's no shorts there. If it's badly scored, give it a light sand, but then make sure none of these are shorting out. So you might want to put a little scriber or something and just make sure they're all clear. Because if they're shorting out, she won't run. Anyway, the brushes are in here. So we need to pull these out. And one side's got a solder, you need the soldering iron. And the other side just screws out. So, alright, let's just pull one side out first. There's a screw there. Alright. We can pull one out. Well, that side's out, and there'll be a little spring in there as well. There you go, there's the spring. So there's the spring. There's the brush. So you compare these to the new ones. Quite a bit shorter. So I'll compare them later on when I've got them totally out. Alright, as you can see, that brush is very, very thin. That'd be why. So now we need the soldering iron to unsolder this, which is this side. So you've got to unsolder it. So it goes that way. Unsolder it and pull it up. Obviously you're not going to hold onto it with your hands. You've got to unsolder in there and get a nice set of pliers and pull it up. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch this on film. Got a nice thick tip. We'll just see if I can get it. If I can get it quick enough. It might take a while this part. So we'll have a look. Have a crack. Okay, flat out on the soldering iron. It's ready to go. Let's see. See how easy it is to melt. Without melting everything around it. Might be alright. You really do need a third hand though. So let's see. Let's just see. Coming out that easy. I'll just get my son out here. Give me a hand. Let's see. And I've got a solder there, mate. So I'll get it nice and melted without melting everything else around it. I might need more solder in here. It's not flowing. Right now, let it melt. Right, so try and grab the wire and give it a little bit of a yank. Can you pull on it? Careful because it might flick solder up on your face, so just be real careful. Yeah. You get it out. You can't grab the top. That.
What's that?
Yeah, it's not melted, mate, so hang on. Try again. And let it melt first. Alright, try and grab the top of the metal and pull it. There we go.
Yep.
Easy.
A little bit of solder on the table.
Yeah, not too bad. Right, just clean it up.
I put it.
And just put it on the table. Clean it up a bit. Yeah, that's clean. So we've taken it out. Wasn't too bad actually with two people. So that's good. That's what we want. Alright, now we've got to put the other bit back in.
That's what it looks like.
First we'll compare. Careful, don't drop stuff, mate. So, alright, that'll be red hot, so I'm not going to touch it. So here's the difference between these two brushes. So you can see it there. That'll be definitely why it had starting issues. So let's try and solder the new one in. Alright, so I've put that in. Now I've just got to solder it. So I really do need thicker solder. Don't know how well you can see it, but I'll give it a go. It's not the normal way I would solder. But, alright. Let's try and give it a good solder joint without melting everything around it. Really do need thicker solder, but you've got to work with what you got. As long as you don't make a mess. Yeah, I reckon that's pretty good. Good enough. That's all we need. I'm not going to touch that brush at the moment. I'm going to let it cool down for a bit before I put it in properly. But yeah, basically you just got to put the second one in. So the second brush would go, whoop, I'll put this in the other side. First I've got to put the spring, hang on a sec. Alright, so I've put the new screws in, one over there, one on this side. So obviously the brush, there's the curved part has to go facing the commutator, which is the bit on the centre that it touches. Now put the new spring in. So I put the first spring in this side. Spring just sits in there. And then you've got to go, there's a little gap between here. And basically just sit the brush in its position. That's where it sits, like this. On each side you do the same. So it just sits in. So spring in the other side, don't lose your springs, even though you've got a set of spare ones, but you don't want to use the old springs, you want to use the new ones. So basically that's the same, put in the same way. It should just fit in nicely, should. Twist, so it's nice and tight. Once it fits in, there we go. So they're both in nicely. Now basically, you've got to try and get the commutator. So I'll pull this out from the magnet. This has to go in. So I'm assuming you would push one side across, try and hold it somehow, hold it in, I'll try this screwdriver, I've got it in my finger, hang on, see if I can hold it there. Oh, hang on. Oh, you got to get one inside in and put it in, and then it should, we'll see how it goes. So I actually used a couple of paper clips, a bit of rubbish yet, to hold them back while I stick this in. Let's see if it works. Hopefully it's enough, or it may not be, but I might be able to push it in on one side, whichever one's in further. Alright, nearly. Yeah, that worked. As long as I get the paper clips out, we're in business. Yeah, that's out. That's out. Everything's in its place. I think we're good. So now we just need to reassemble. So when you put this on, you mark here with 1 and hold this in so it doesn't pull up. So once you get past, so there's 1 and 2, so put it in, it's going to be, make sure it doesn't lift because you'll have to start again. You don't want to start again. Oh, there's a little seal there, you can see that. Make sure the seal's good. We're back in now, we're in business. So that's in, line him up. Now this one here, make sure your little washer's in first, your spacer's in first. I'd go this way. And then spin it around till you find you've got your 2 marks there. So you've got mark there. And also notice there's a line here, so make sure at the end it's lined up perfectly. Put your Allen key bolts back in. Do him up. Test him if you like. I'm just going to test it on the bike. Hopefully that will have a bike now that will start. Make sure it's all straight. Anyway, let's see how it goes. It's back in. Cover's on. Let's see how it goes. Oh, much better. Look at that. Beautiful.